Hello everyone, my project is Effects of Laser Light Stimulation on Blood Oxygenation and Behavioral Performance of Human Brain. I'm Gaurav Thapa and my mentor for this project was Caroline Carter and my PI for this project was Dr. Liu. So throughout this project, I would run through background of the project, hypothesis for the project, experimental setup, data analysis, results, conclusions, and future work. Some of the keywords that can be helpful to understand this project are laser light stimulation, blood oxygenation or hemoglobin level, behavioral performance of human brain, and CANTAB software. CANTAB software is one of the software which has different games to analyze the behavioral performance of the human subjects. So for the background of our project, NFL players receive an average of 1400 head impact exposures in a season. Being that said, 30% of former NFL players will end up developing Alzheimer's disease or dementia across their lifetime. Also, research has shown that each player is 4 times more likely to die with neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's disease who have played NFL. So a solution for this kind of problems that NFL players face was our background for the research. So I want to run you through a small video of NFL players having head impacts.
Just leans into it and pop.
Off the play fake, over the middle, and and then the ball is intercepted as it was McCourt.
Get his head out of there or try to. Hits him with a shoulder.
Now for the hypothesis of our project, we hypothesized that light stimulation on human forehead using 1064 nanometer wavelength laser can achieve two following of the two things. Improves the blood oxygenation of the brain and also improves the behavioral performance of the brain. Our experimental setup looked like this, where we had our subjects sit down and they had the Bioengineer's headband across their head, which was used for the collection of hemoglobin level of brain. They were playing CANTAB game at the same time that helps measuring the behavioral performance. So CANTAB games has different measures of measuring how fast they are responding to certain patterns, and it can help us measure behavioral changes of the subject. We also had 1064 nanometer laser, which was used for light stimulation. So this is how our experimental test plan looked like. We had a pre-stimulation phase and a post-stimulation phase, and in between we had laser stimulation for 8 minutes. So we did our data analysis. First, we had to see how the HBO or hemoglobin level changed in the brain, and we had the Ocean View collect the data, and we exported that to MATLAB to see the changes or calculate the changes in HBO, and then finally we did data analysis through Excel. And we also had the behavioral data analyzed through CANTAB software itself. So we mainly got 3 different results. First was there was a significant increase in blood oxygenation level or HBO level in post laser treatment as compared to pre-stimulation conditions. And the second one was the response time for the subjects when they were treated with 1064 nanometer laser was very low. That means they were responding to their to the targets faster than as compared to SAM conditions. And finally, we also found out that the increased level of blood hemoglobin also had a correlation with these behavioral changes. That means the increased level of hemoglobin showed that there was a decrease in the response time of these subjects. So what are the conclusions are as follows. Laser light stimulation on human forehead improves the brain blood oxygenation. It also improves behavioral performance on short-term memory of human subjects. And it also has an increased blood oxygenation level also has a correlation with the better performance of the subjects. So we also thought, so what are the future work of our projects? So we can gather a large population and gather more cognitive tasks and then do this in a large scale. And this kind of photobiomodulation or laser light stimulation, it has a huge potential for treatment of patients like NFL players who have different head concussions and develop different neurodegenerative disorders like Alzheimer's disease in later of their life. These are the references that I used. Thank you.